Alrighty, folks. I'm gonna attempt to make another very short video here. This is I'm still hung up on Cobra 2000s right now, but this is a 2000 board that you're looking in. Let me find a pointer here. Something I ran across. I've just about pulled my hair out over this one. It was working fine. It was staying on frequency. It does have a channel kit in it, one of the Expo kits, which has the 3 crystals that plug into it, blah, 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 blah. But to begin with, it was on frequency, and it was doing just like it was supposed to do. Went ahead, I done a complete recap on the radio, and that all went well. I talked on the radio locally. It talked great, sounded great, done a fantastic job. Then I came to the alignment process, and the first step in the alignment process on this particular radio is to go to your PLL chip, which would normally be right here, and check pin 8 of IC1, which this is IC1 in this particular radio. Anyway, check pin 8 for a frequency of 10.240 megahertz to make sure that your crystal is doing its job and everything in the chip is, the very beginning of the process is the way it should be. I checked. I did have 10.240 on pin 8. Everything was as it should be. So I started on with it, and just in a moment I noticed that up on the front on the frequency counter it was off frequency. I thought, what the heck? So I started checking, started tracing, started tracking, started looking, and this let me pull this just a little bit. This crystal is the original. I put it back in the radio and took the channel kit, the Expo kit. I pulled it out completely after I went through and rebuilt it and put it back in. Then I pulled it back out and removed it, took it completely out of the system to eliminate that as a possibility of any problems. So I put the original crystal here back in the radio, soldered it back in. So now there's only the one crystal there. So after a while I finally ended up at the PLL. And the radio would, if you turn it on, sometimes it would be on frequency, sometimes it would be way off, just some random weird frequency. So I got to getting in here and pushing and mashing and flexing and so on. And I did that over the entire board, and I finally tracked it down to this corner up here, this corner of the board. So I started desoldering and looking for bad connections, this, that, the other. And where it's at, the actual problem was brown glue. Now, for those of you out there, and I know you're out there, that do not believe that the brown glue that they put in these radios years ago is now causing problems these days, this video is definitive proof that it does. These 2000s, you have to excuse me, my voice is kind of strange today, but these 2000s, they have 3 or 4 spots in them where they put the glue. One of those spots is right back here on this corner, right in here next to this capacitor, the 10240 megahertz crystal right here, couple of other little components right in here. They put a little squirt of that glue right in there, and it's really hard to see down in there with the PLL chip in place. But I got to noticing, I finally tracked it down and found that you could put, my finger or whatever, anything on top of the chip, and just the slightest little touch to push downward on it, my frequency would come back. It would come back on frequency and everything was like it should be. Release it, and it would go back off frequency again. So I flipped the radio over, desoldered the chip, pulled it out, and let me show you what I found. This leg right here, I bent these pulling it out, of course. So let me straighten these back up a little bit. Now, if you look, let me get everything back on camera. Come on, focus. I don't know if it's going to or not. Now, if you look here, you can see that on this chip, these legs look black looking. No, that's not the brown glue. That's, I don't know if it's black paint or just because of the heat that they generate over time or what. But anyway, this is not the glue. But you got all your legs here, all in place. You flip it over, and lo and behold, if you can see that, I don't know if you can, I hope you can. Maybe it'll show up better than I'm thinking it's going to. But anyway, as you can see, this leg didn't get any of the glue. I still don't think that thing's focused. Let me try. Okay. Now I'll pull it back up here, see if it'll focus. Nope. Okay. Anyway, I got to update my camera, guys. But anyhow, this leg didn't have any of the glue on it. This leg did get the glue, and you can see how it's actually rust that's on there. But that leg is eaten away and gone. That's what the brown glue does over time, guys. It becomes extremely corrosive, and it'll actually eat the legs off of components. Now, with this thing in the radio, like I said, you can put your finger on top of it and push it just a little bit. And what that would do was it would push this piece of the leg down against the leg that was still held in place by the solder on the bottom side. And it would make enough connection by simply pressing on it to bring you back on frequency. So anyway, just wanted you guys to see what the brown glue does actually do. It will eat the legs off of components. It will destroy components. So now I got to clean all that up. Clean everything up in here. Go to the bottom, clean up all my solder pads, get all that cleaned up, and then drop another chip in, solder it back in, and I won't say we should be good to go, because I know that when I get another chip in there that we're going to be okay, because that is what the problem was. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll try to bring you more as often as I can. Be the old Red Eagle. We out of here.